Well, let's get into this. Let's get into this live. What's going on, everyone? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Trolling with Boyz4Life. So today I woke up to a nice surprise of stuff happening. Woke up to I think it was like 30 extra subscribers that just happened up out of nowhere, which that is awesome. I come here. It's I can never get my show to be like. Now, I'm not saying not be on time because I was on time, but get set up and just kind of relax. I normally wait like a few minutes before it starts because it doesn't take long to set up. So I was gonna come set up. It was like 7:25. I was gonna come down here set up, but then I get downstairs and my dog took a shit downstairs. Clean that up, and then he's kind of alluding that he wants to go outside, and as I'm going to throw away the poop that he just made in the toilet and flush it, I'm going to go back and let him out, right? Because I had just picked it up, threw it away, sprayed it, and I'm going back to go let him outside. As I'm turning around the couch to go to the door, he's taking another fucking shit. He took another fucking shit, and then I had to clean that shit up. And I was rushing to set stuff. I just want to relax, have it set up, and then just chilling. Maybe I got to do 10 minutes beforehand. But what's up, Prime Sports? How you doing, homie? Appreciate you for stopping by and hanging out for a little bit. This look. We already know, and I'm gonna wait. I'm not even gonna go about it right now. I'm not going to go about what I want to talk about right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to chill out for a little bit and let some people fucking come up in here, because what we need to do and what we're going to do is continue the EC1 roasting. That's what we're going to do here. We're going to wait for more people to get in. But there's some things that I want to talk about. There's a couple things that I want to talk about. And I know there are certain people out there that watch my stuff. They don't comment anymore, which is, that's fine. They don't want to pop their head in here. They don't want to show the love. That's cool. I'm not worried about them, and I know who they are, and they know who they are. If they're in here, they know who they are. Because, they won't know. If they come watch on the replay, they'll know who they are, because they don't come into the chat no more. They don't do any of that stuff, which is fine. Which is fine. I'm waiting for I'm going to leave, and then I'm going to come back in, because this is not lining up. So I'll be right back, people. Okay, now we're back. The camera restarted. I don't know what it is, why my camera does this. It hasn't been doing this. It started doing this recently for whatever reason. But anyway, guys. Oh, we're off again. The camera's off again. I seriously don't know how to fucking fix this. Why there's lagging, so much lag. I don't know if it has to do with my internet. I don't think it would. I get it. I got low def camera, but it never used to do this before. But I'll figure something out. But anyway, So I want to give a shout out. I'm gonna give a shout out to what's up, Celtic Access? How's it going, man? Appreciate you for stopping by. What's up, Thrill? And where you been, homie? You've disappeared too, man. You're one of the guys that have disappeared for a little bit, but it's all good, man. I'm gonna continue doing the EC1 that I was doing yesterday. But there's some stuff I want to talk about. But first, I want to give a shout out to the Bird Gang 31 family. Give a shout out to them. They sent my son something, one of those little things that you lay the baby on, and you put the month of how old they are of the month. 1 month, 2 month, 3 month. They sent me a football one, and I appreciate that. It was I had a big old smile on my face when I saw that come through, when I saw it in the mail. So yeah, my stepdaughter came down. She brought the package in. She goes, "Did you order something?" I was like, "No, I didn't order anything." But then I saw the package. I saw the name and it had my YouTube name on it. Yeah, give me 1 second, guys. And then I opened it up, and then it was that blanket. This is going to be a lit stream. Yeah, bro, I hope it is. I hope it is. Normally we get more people in here, about the 20, 30-minute mark. But it seems like everyone is starting to randomly just start going live now. Randomly going live. So, I mean, it is what it is. I ain't worried about it. But I'm going to sit here and talk about something real quick. Just, how do I put this? I normally get the last laugh. There's a debate going on about Lamar Jackson, Dak Prescott, who's better, yada yada. I'm not even a Dak Prescott guy, but I felt, and I needed to tell you why Dak Prescott is a better passer. Look, we're going to move the mic out of the way. I'm going to say this. Suck my Dak. I'm going to tell you that right now. Suck my Dak. Suck my fucking Dak. I don't understand why, when we're talking about pure passing, just throwing the football, stepping back, throwing the ball, completion percentage, yardage, all that good stuff, right? Everything that a quarterback normally gets judged on. Why is it so hard to understand for some people that I'm not counting the running? I'm not counting any of that stuff. And I'm not saying a quarterback doesn't do that or can't do that. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying when you're looking at a pure passing, just dropping back in the pocket and throwing the football, Dak Prescott is head and shoulders above Lamar Jackson. The numbers show it. I don't care that you're going to sit there and tell me, oh, go look at film. Look at this one throw he had out of 15. It's a straight dime, and then and this is why, because Dak Prescott can't do that. What? That is the dumbest thing. And I was listening to something today. And I'm tired of bringing this up, but I feel like it's going to be a back and forth, especially if they watch this on the replay. This is why I'm talking about it so early, because I don't know how long that they watch this stuff. But there was a point made that I heard that Lamar Jackson elevates his team. I've been on record saying that Dak Prescott doesn't elevate his team when he just doesn't, right? I don't think he does. I think the players elevate Dak, right? There was an argument made, and from what I heard when I was watching, is that when Lamar Jackson wasn't playing, the Ravens just sucked. That when Dak Prescott last year didn't play one game against the Minnesota Vikings, and that they barely won, that's a cause for why Lamar Jackson's better. Do you not remember 2020 where we finished, third in the division? I mean, I get it. Everyone that year in the division was god-awful, right? Horrible. But to finish third in that horrible division, I don't even know if any team got above 7 wins that year. But when your quarterback is out and you're not winning, you can't sit there and say that, oh, the Ravens can't win without Lamar Jackson. But Dallas Cowboys, with Dak Prescott being out one game, they still won. That's not an argument. And it's a false argument at that, because when you look at Dak Prescott being out all of 2020 or most of 2020, the Cowboys ended up third in that division. In a horrible, like a winnable, I mean, you could have won 3 more games, I think the Cowboys could have done, that we were in, right? With Andy Dalton. We could have won just 3 more games, right? I think we had, I forget how many wins we even had that season, and won that division. I think we just needed 8 wins. That is not even an argument to have. And I don't understand why people are out there saying, the people have spoken and yada, yada. Who are you guys to sit there and say on your podcast, all 4 of y'all, I mean, you already know I'm talking about y'all now, sit there saying that that's it, that's done, because they say that Lamar's better, that means Lamar's better. Because there is a poll that was taken, and because 51 people voted, and I don't even know how many people voted for Lamar out of those 51, but it was overwhelmingly majority that Lamar won, right? In that poll. But out of 51 people, that's the people have spoken? I think you need a little bit more than that many people to sit there and say that people have spoken. I mean, I don't mind. Like, I mean, cool, awesome, great. I want you to have, I want you to, that's what makes this great, is being able to go back and forth. But then when people sit there and say, oh, the people, we've decided already here for XYZ, and that's law, they're like, no, that's fucking ridiculous. That's simply retarded. And half those people, I guarantee you, no, I wouldn't say half. I'm not even going to go there. But if you look at the pure numbers from Dak Prescott to Lamar Jackson, it was an anomaly of what Lamar did in 2019. And I hate to keep going back to it, but it was an anomaly. 36 touchdowns. I don't know who has 36 touchdowns, but only has 3,100 passing yards. I don't understand that. Normally, guys with high touchdown counts normally have over 4,000 or over 3,800 yards. 3,800 yards is about average, I guess. And people want to sit there and say, look at his touchdown and his MVP season. Look at his touchdown. Look at his touchdowns. He had 36 touchdowns. No one else came close to that. Well, I mean, you had a couple guys that had 33. You had Dak Prescott, who had, what is that? Almost 1,700 more yards passing than he did. And over 1,700 more yards passing and only 6 less touchdowns. And the kicker is that he had 1,000 less yards that year rushing the ball. You take away Lamar Jackson's 1,200 yards rushing that season, Lamar Jackson doesn't even touch an MVP. Hell, I don't even think he touches 36 fucking touchdowns. Because his running sets up the passing that he had. I mean, like I said, I end up always getting the last laugh. So this year, when we watch football and it's Lamar Jackson playing, Dak Prescott playing, I mean, they're not playing against each other, But I'm going to be able to watch these games, right? I'm going to watch these games, and I'm going to watch Washington. I'm going to watch the Ravens closely, and of course, I'm going to watch the Cowboys because I always do. But I'm going to sit there and poke out and pinpoint everything bad Lamar does. I mean, I can sit there and tell you that everything bad Dak Prescott does because, like I said, to me, I'm not a Dak guy. I root for Dak because he's a Dallas Cowboy. But outside of that, I don't care for Dak. So, like I said, I will get the last. And if Lamar Jackson again has less than 3,300 yards passing, his completion percentage is underwhelmingly. I'm sorry, is at under 65% because that's majority of what it is. If he can play in a full 16 games or 17 games, and if it's under those, I'm gonna laugh my fucking ass off, and I'm gonna go back to these guys and say, look at his stat line here. Look at what he did, and then people are gonna sit there and say, well, he elevated his team. Look what he's a better. I don't give a shit that you elevate your guys. What does it say in the stat line as passing? And I don't give a shit that out of 15 passes that he had, 2 of them were dimes, and because Dak Prescott threw for 30, had 30 attempts, none of them were dimes, but he still had a completion rate of 68. I do not give a shit. They want to. When I talk about this stuff, I talk about pure passing stats, and these guys are talking about, oh, he's just a better quarterback because look at his, he's a dual threat. I don't care that he's a dual threat, and you can't sit there and say that, oh, these dual threat quarterbacks are here, they're coming, and they're here to stay. There's only a handful of dual threat quarterbacks in this league, only a handful, and the guys that do run. And when I mean run, I mean like a Josh Allen type of guy. Joe Burrow can get out there and run. Those type of guys, I wouldn't even consider them dual threat. I'd hardly consider Patrick Mahomes a dual threat because he doesn't run that much. Right? Not the way, and what I mean by that much, he doesn't run anywhere close to Lamar Jackson. He didn't run anywhere close to Jalen Hurts last season. I'm going to look up how many rushing attempts did Patrick Mahomes have last season. Right? That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. Rushing 2020. 66 rushing attempts, right? And I'm pretty sure most of those, or hardly any of those, were specific runs, right? Quarterback draws, things like that, right? I mean, I'm sure there were quarterback draws, at the 1 or whatever it is. But Lamar Jackson last year, I think, had 170 something rushing. Actually, last year he had 133 rushing attempts in 12 fucking games, people. That is almost 12 rushing attempts per game. 144. If he would have had 11 more rushing attempts, he would have had 12 rushing attempts a game. He's just under 12 rushing attempts per game. That is crazy to me as a quarterback. Crazy. Because most quarterbacks don't do that shit. Let me see. Yeah, 11.0, 11.08, 11.1, pretty much, right, for rounding up. Rushing attempts a game. That was Lamar Jackson 12. His MVP season, Lamar Jackson had like 179 rushes out of the 15 games he had. I'm gonna look up Jalen Hurts because I know he had a high number of rushing, like not rushing attempts, but he rushed last year. Let me see. Oh, Jalen Hurts is another 139 rushes last season. That is a running quarterback. Let me look up Josh Allen. Okay. Okay, Josh Allen is a running quarterback, 122. 122 rushing attempts. 109, 109. Josh Allen is a rushing quarterback. That is my bad. I will admit when I'm wrong. He's a guy that can run. But when you look at his passing, his rookie season, they were under 60. But his next two seasons, his 2020 season, almost 70% completion percentage. 63.3 last season. But anyway, like I was saying, guys, what I was getting at is that when you look at just throwing statistics, right? I'm not saying go look at the whole body of work as far as rushing and yada yada. I'm not saying any of that stuff. I'm saying when you look at pure just dropping back, throwing. Look at only the stat line of passing. Look at it. Dak Prescott is better. I'm sorry. It's it. He's better. You take away those 1,200 yards rushing from Lamar Jackson that season, he doesn't touch MVP. And if you sit there and say, well, he still had 36 touchdowns that season. Okay, so by your logic, anyone who throws the most touchdowns is automatically the MVP by that logic. Because if we look at it, Dak Prescott that year, I think, and then his QBR, which was 83 last season, or that season in 2019 for Lamar Jackson, can be very much skewed, right, with short passes. As long as you're making completions, your QBR is up there. You know? So, anyways, guys, I'm going to take a quick commercial break. I got something to do real quick, and I will be right back.
Here. Jamie, turn down that damn music. I can't hear a thing. Come on, Jamie.
Oh, God, fuck! Turn that shit off, motherfucker! I was getting changed, you know what I'm saying? I don't want that shit on TV. I don't want motherfuckers seeing me getting changed, you know what I'm saying?
Off. He's pulling his goalie. You're up fucking care. What the fuck are you doing, J-Rock?
I was getting changed, motherfucker.
Change my ass. You're fucking cranking
knocking motherfuckers.
That was fucked.
That was a bit fucked.
It wasn't that fucked, you know what I'm saying? I was getting changed. What's going on?
Listen, man, I got some good news for you. Get cleaned up, meet me back at the flea market.
Aight. Peace, bub.
Don't touch me.
You motherfuckers ain't gonna tell nobody that I was getting changed, right?
Christ, no.
I'm so out of breath just because I cut grass today. And like my allergies are starting to stop. And I'm fucking out of shape. Haven't been to the gym in like 4 or 5 months. Just because a whole bunch of I just don't got fucking time for that shit. But anyway, let's go to the chat. And then we will continue with the roasting of EC1. And right now when I was coming down the stairs, I legit almost just like ate shit and almost fell all the way down the steps. Seriously think I did something to my knee right now. Celtic access. Dak Prescott all the way. It's not even debatable. I know that, but what's up, AK Podcast? Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Oh man, this is just awesome. I love. Okay. Alex, nothing really. Just got done making an exposing video on the Seagull fan. They also subbed you. That's awesome, bro. I think appreciate you for subbing up. I didn't know you did videos. I'm gonna have to check out your stuff, and I'll sub you up. I will sub you up as well, homie. Dak overrunning back hurts. Dak overrunning back hurts. I don't know what that means. Man, we're having 1980 been. He definitely disappeared. I mean, he during this time of the year, he doesn't really do a lot of stuff. He really doesn't, especially when there's really not much news of the Dallas Cowboys being out. So, yeah. Make sure you hit it. Yes, man. Listen to Miss Bird Gang 31. Make sure you do hit that like button. Please share this stream out. It's very important for me. It's very awesome. And to show that support that y'all have for me to do this. Sharing this stream out, getting this out there. Because like I said, our goal here at BGN is to be the the number one sports network out there. That's the now. I mean, there's I'm not even gonna touch on other stuff, but I just find it funny that there's some people that have jumped ship to certain places, and this is coming from a different place. They jump ship. They don't even come show support over here anymore, which is fine. I don't care. I'm just calling it out because I find it completely funny. Because now there's certain people part of another network, right? That I don't know. It's just funny from one day to the next. They're showing support and they're loving your shit, and then all of a sudden they go do something else, and now they don't even come touch your streams or jump in anyone else's streams that they normally jump into. So I find that completely funny. And like I said, this is a calling out channel. Like, I'm gonna call out bullshit, because I don't care what network you're a part of, what you do. I will go show support if I'm cool with you, But not everyone's like that, and that's cool. That's cool. It's whatever, man. I'm just calling out bullshit here, man. This is what we do over here. We call out the bullshit. So let's keep going. So Ms. Bergang 31. Sup, Jaden Cries, how's it going? What's good? Valley Prime Sports. Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes can run, but do not because they're amazing passers. Well, Josh Allen, found his stride 2 years ago. And Josh Allen is I would call a running quarterback because he does run upwards of over 100 rushes a year. To me, if you have 75 or more rushes in a season, to me, you're a running quarterback. And Josh Allen last year, he had, I think, 122. The year before that, 100 and something. And the year before that, 109. So Josh Allen is definitely a running quarterback. Patrick Mahomes is not a running quarterback. He can run. There's a difference. He can run when he needs to, but he's not stepping back and trying to run, period. That's not what he's doing. Dak Prescott runs as well, but he don't because he can throw the football, and he definitely don't run now because of that ankle injury he had too. Yeah, for sure. I agree with you there. What is up, Alexander? How's it going, bro? Laughing emojis, LOL. Bro, you stay spanking that man. Sure, yeah, you could say that. EC1. I haven't made a video in a month. I'm putting out more content during training camp and preseason. Of course, during season, yeah. Go Eagles 1990. Keep doing your thing, Boyz4Life. Yes, sir, I will keep doing my thing. But anyways, guys, let's finish. Well, we're not even going to finish this today because we're already 30 minutes in. I'm probably only going to do another hour and a half. Maybe. It all just depends. But I am going to see how far we can get here. But guys, if you will, Again, before we get started, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you're new here to the channel, please, takes 2 seconds. Let's get this out to more people so they know where to come when they want to hear someone call out bullshit, whether it's against an Eagle fan, whether it's against a Cowboy fan. Washington, the Eagles, it does not matter. A Jacksonville fan or a two-teamer he likes two different teams. I'm not going to say which team people like, but, I just find it completely funny, right? Right? That you love two different teams. And, I guess we're going to do 2 different hate weeks on someone this year. But, it is what it is. But anyways, we're going to get back into this. Hold on, let me see. Do you think Green Bay will be the number 1 seed? Probably not. Eagles champ 1 is a moron, a fake tough guy. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. He is. He ain't about that life, I'll tell you that. Let's keep going.
All these reporters, these bloggers, so-called unknown sources, getting information, but the sources are coming from unknowns.
I mean, these guys can't be this dumb, right? They literally cannot be dumb. When you're reporting something, right, as a reporter, and the source you're getting from wants to remain anonymous and has to remain anonymous, because if you out your source, guess what? That source is probably not going to give you any more information. If that source is part of a developing project, right, and shit isn't supposed to get out, but yet they're saying these things, they must remain anonymous. Because that source will, A, not tell you nothing anymore, and B, he won't be able to tell you anything. Why? Because he probably won't have a job after that. So these sources have to remain anonymous. Unless it's something that is just known, right? That is just openly known. I mean, when we see this year Jalen Hurts is struggling, right, again, when we start to see him struggle yet again, of course sources are going to come out and say, reporters are going to come out and say, well, my source, yada, yada, XYZ, whatever, says this, this, and this. Because it's plain as day, we can see it. We can see it, right? But when there is media covering saying that Jalen Hurts is looking awesome, but behind closed doors, other things are being said that they don't want the fans to know about, right? Of course, that source is going to be anonymous.
But yet, Elliot Shortpark didn't say anything about that. He's the biggest critic out there who trashed Jalen Hurts last year. Jeff McClain didn't come out and say this. I don't see.
No, those guys didn't say that stuff. But yet, you have multiple people saying the same thing about Jalen Hurts, about what the source said.
Tom Palisalo or Ian Rappaport saying all this shit. Hell, Adam Schefter didn't come out and say this. What reported it? Unknown.
The reporter that reported it is not unknown. He's a very consistent reporter, Derek Gunn. And the name's wrong there, Brooks. I don't even know what his first name was, but Brooks. Another one that said the same thing. So I don't understand why or how dumb this kid's got to be to understand that it's not an unknown. Maybe the source is anonymous, but the reporter who put this out about Jalen Hurts is not unknown. He's one of the most consistent Eagles reporters out there. Football's rigged. Shut the fuck up. Okay, cool, bro. Cool, bro. Thanks for your input.
He probably's not from Philadelphia.
He's not probably. He reports on the Philadelphia Eagles. You showed a video of this man saying this shit. Actually, you showed the tail end of the segment, not showing where he said what he said about Jalen Hurts, a quote. But now you're going to sit here and say the guy who said this stuff it probably doesn't work for Philly or live in Philly and he's an unknown? No, you jackass. The guy who put this out, it says it, Derek Gunn, at the end of the quote, Derek Gunn said it. So it's not an unknown reporter.
Why doesn't even cover the Eagles?
I mean, Joey, I know you're in here. I saw you here. Derek Gunn covers the Eagles, right? Am I right or wrong? He covers the Eagles, right?
But he heard from the grapevines, and we automatically run with it. We gotta stop.
Well, here's my theory on it, Joey. Here's my theory on it. It makes no sense to me because there are multiple beat writers at OTAs. I didn't hear one word about bad practice, at least that bad. And I looked into everything. Yeah, and I get it. But here's my thing, Joey, and here's my synopsis of it. Look, Derek Gunn wasn't the only one that said it. If you go back and watch that segment, Brooks said he heard the same thing. He heard the exact same thing. Now people are saying, how do you get sacked on 7-7? Now here's my thing, Joey. Here's my thing. Hypothetical sacks is what it is, I think. No, do I think Jalen Hurts got actually sacked? Obviously not. Hell, he's not even going to get sacked in training camp because he's going to be wearing a red jersey and no one's going to be allowed to touch him. But yet, when they do practices, right, where it's scrimmage, defense, offense against defense, 11 on 11, you're going to come up and touch the guy or get close to him or run right by him, right? And that's considered a sack. So this is my theory, is that Jalen Hurts had plays to do, and if he didn't get the ball out in 3 to 4 seconds, there's a coach back there with the stopwatch, and if the ball doesn't come out within that time frame, boom, you pass time, you got sacked. That's my theory. There's a coach back there with the stopwatch. If you go past a certain time, they clock you and say, okay, you got sacked. That's what I'm thinking here when they say he was sacked. I don't think he was actually touched and got thrown to the ground as a sack, because how you can't even do that in training camp. So that's where I think the sacks came from. Not so much an actual sack, like an actual sack. I think it's a coach with a stopwatch. Jalen Hurts exceeded his time limit and was sacked. That's what I think it is. Cowboys defense will be too much for Packers offense, and you have to do this pressure. Aaron Rodgers be the quarterback. Yes, he does work. See. 301. Never underestimate Rodgers, though. But you're right about Packers having 0 wide receivers. They were at 2 OTA practices and media was there. They only had 6 practices, but Derek Gunn, Barnett Brooks are good on news, but to not name drop kind of makes no sense. No, you're not name dropping because we know who said this stuff. But it's weird, right? And I get it. It's just random bad talk about Jalen Hurts, right? But you have 2 of the guys that are the most consistent when it comes to the reporting on the Eagles, and then they come out and say this stuff. I mean, y'all had 6 practices. It was 2 days of practices, right? 2 days of practices, you got 6, and I'm sure, like they said, one of those practices he had a bad day. He had not a bad day, but a bad practice, I guess, out of those 6. I mean, maybe other beat writers were showing up at different times or weren't there when Jalen Hurts had these bad practices. or this bad practice, because it was only one bad practice. From my knowledge, it was only one. But if you look at the rest of the segment, they sit there and say that Jalen Hurts has improved, right? He has improved, but yet he still has a long way to go, which is what I've been saying all offseason, which is why I make fun of guys like EC1 sitting here saying Jalen Hurts is going to make this huge step and be an MVP. He's going to have a Patrick Mahomes-like season throwing 50 touchdowns. Jalen Hurts is not even going to sniff within 15, 20, not even 20 touchdowns. Not even going to sniff within 20 touchdowns of that 50 that Patrick Mahomes had, like this guy says. The Eagles are not even going to sniff 16 wins this year. And I'm going to get EC1 to wear Cowboy stickers in his face. And he's going to look like a bitch while he does it. And I don't care if he badmouths the Cowboys or not. That wasn't the bet. The bet was to wear the opposite team's apparel. And when I win, I'm going to have a nice laugh. Look, I win most of my bets. I think I'm about a 98% winning percentage here on YouTube. And I get the last laugh in everything. In everything, I get the last laugh. So if you've been here the past couple days and you've been listening to me rant about Lamar Jackson and Dak Prescott, after this season, and Lamar Jackson is again in the bottom tier in passing people, passing the fucking football, not taking off running and elevating your team and being able to win, being the reason for winning, and you got to, no. When you look at Lamar Jackson's pure passing stats, they don't touch Dak Prescott's passing stats, period. I'm not saying either one of them are that great of passers, but when you look at the stat line, Dak Prescott is head and shoulders above Lamar Jackson in passing. And don't sit there and tell me that Lamar Jackson's would be better if they pass more. But then sit there and tell me when I tell you, okay, but yeah, it's because they're in a running offense because of the scheme they have, because their coaches have said we're playing to Lamar's strengths, which is him running the fucking football, not passing. I'm not saying he's not a good passer, but like I said, Lamar Jackson's strength is running the fucking football. And they want to keep running in circles and say, well, yeah, he's in a running offense. No shit. He's the reason why they're in a fucking running offense. If Lamar Jackson was like a Tom Brady or like a Aaron Rodgers, would they be in a running offense? Fuck no. Fuck no. They're in a running offense because Lamar Jackson is a decent thrower of the football, which is why he has a 65% overall percent completion rate out of his career, if I go back and look. And only eclipsed 3,000 yards one time. Now, this year, he would have probably eclipsed 3,000 yards. He would have, if he didn't get hurt. But to me, he's RG3 all over again. And before people come for me, you listen to what I'm saying. He's RG3 in a sense. He's running, and he gets laid out. He gets hurt. He's going to get hurt. It's going to happen. Gonna happen. Happened last year. It'll keep happening. As small as he is, if he gets touched, I mean, RG3 was fast too. He got touched a few times, but he was done. So, excuse me, it's my own opinion. I ain't supporting anyone's opinion but my own. You tell him, Joey, you tell him. Even though for Hurts in games like the Chargers, it was all defense that messed up. Sure. Yeah. I guess I didn't watch that game. Cool Joey Shakes. I mean, Derek Gunn never name dropped at all, so why not? Well, like I said, Joey, if you want to keep your sources, right, which I'm pretty sure wasn't supposed to get out, wasn't supposed to be said that how bad Jalen Hurts was, right? I'm pretty sure that's something they wanted to keep in-house. But an anonymous source came out and said it, right, to Derek Gunn. And if you're a reporter, are you going to out your source? No, because guess what? You out your source, and they're probably not even going to come back. You're probably never going to get nothing from them ever again, especially if they are close to that close to the team. So I can understand why it's anonymous. Coming and do, and Dominic and Sue, Browns or Raiders. I don't know, and I don't care. I was watching this guy. He is funny as hell. He's retarded. He's on the slow bus. Dude, you guys were fighting for hours over Dak versus Lamar. Dak passing stats are better by him. Thank you, Joey. Thank you, Joey. Thank you. You know, I'm arguing with guys in a different network, and I'm not going to name networks, Joey, but these guys, I mean, and some of them are Eagle fans. And one of them's an Eagle and a Texan fan. And what's funny is I was watching a live stream today, and they unanimously said Lamar Jackson. And one of the reasons why one guy said Lamar Jackson was because Lamar Jackson, the Ravens can't do anything without Lamar Jackson. That he elevates his team. Look, I've never said Dak Prescott elevates his team because I don't think I think it's the other way around. The team elevates Dak. But if you look at the 2020 season, without Dak Prescott, we finished third in the fucking division, right, Joey? Right? Behind you and Washington? Right? So, I mean, the Cowboys can't really win. I mean, his argument was, if you look at last season, Dak was out for one game, and yeah, it was one game, but the Cowboys still won. One fucking game against the Minnesota fucking Vikings? Like, give me a break. Like, it is laughable, Joey. Laughable, bro. And it's funny because this podcast said that Lamar Jackson is better. They're saying, that's it, it's law, because we said so. No, that's not how this works. And I was making fun of a poll that was taken of 51 fucking people. And it was said the people have spoken, Lamar's better. Based off of what? Based off of what? You look at Dak Prescott's stat line as far as just dropping back and passing. See, here's the disconnect that I have with these people, is that I keep talking about just passing stats, just passing. Dak Prescott is head and shoulders. But they want to keep talking about, well, no, Lamar Jackson's better because his overall quarterback. I'm not talking about overall quarterback. And then they want to say that, well, Lamar Jackson, he can pass too. Did you see that dime he threw to the back of the end zone? Yada, yada. I don't care that 1 out of 15 throws are dime throws and Dak doesn't have a dime throw. But then when you look at his completion percentage, it is much higher. And I get it, 4% isn't much. But it's much higher, relatively speaking, in the realm of completion percentage with the amount of attempts you throw. It is. 68.4% is well higher over 64 point whatever Lamar Jackson had. But again, I am going to digress here. I'm going to digress because I just find it funny that these guys coming in trying to assert themselves because, quote unquote, they do all the research and they look at all the film and do everything all like that. Right. And like I said, I don't have a problem with these people. I don't. They're cool people. The only problem I have is when you sit there and say, oh, because I said so, then that's final. That's law. No, it's not. And the way you are thinking, your line of thinking, isn't based off of just quarterback. It's a player as a whole, which is a completely different conversation. If you want to sit there and say Lamar Jackson is a better player than Dak Prescott because of his skill set, I will agree with you. I will agree with you. But if you're going to sit there and tell me that Dak Prescott and Lamar Jackson are close in stature when it comes to passing, and that Lamar Jackson is better when it comes to just dropping back and passing, you're smoking crack, people. You're smoking crack. That doesn't make any fucking sense when you look at the stat line of Dak Prescott, and it is overwhelmingly better than Lamar Jackson. So, oh man. Anyway, let's keep going. Do you think Dak is better than Jackson? Well, purple pocket. You just heard me there. Yeah, I do. If you're still in here, I do. I honestly do. And if you're not in here, I'm gonna hit you up on one of your videos and say Dak over Lamar. And I'm not even a Dak Prescott guy. But I will sit there and defend nonsense. I will. Yo, Joey Shakes, can I get a reply? I'm a huge fan of yours. Shakes, Lamar rushing has nothing to do with it. That's what I've been saying, but these fucking guys keep telling me, oh, well, you can't take a complete attribute away from. When it comes to passing, yes, I can. Yes, I fucking can. If you want to sit there and tell me you can't take it away because we're talking about pure player status, okay, I won't take it away, and I will agree with everything you're fucking saying. But when it comes to pure passing, I need to do a spreadsheet, and I need to do some quarterback stats here that are highly looked at when it comes to judging a quarterback. And when we look at this, you will see that Dak Prescott is this right. I'm not one for stats, but when you're talking about who's better as pure passer, stats come into play. Stats come into play. Not looking at film and saying, "Oh shit, Lamar Jackson had 3 dimes that game, and Dak Prescott didn't have any in his game. So Lamar Jackson is a better thrower." You're gonna sit there and tell me that Dak Prescott, that Lamar Jackson is better because he can make better reads and this. Okay, he can make better reads. Cool, I guess. Reading the defense. But yet when he throws the fucking football, it's not on target, 45% of the time? Like, it's give me a break, people. Give me a fucking break. They were running with Flacco. What's up, bro? How are you? Oh, I just passed up a whole bunch of stats. I mean, not stats, comments. Right here. How are you, bro? Joey Shakes. Good. How about you? Flacco. Flacco was a pure passer with the Ravens. You see the difference? Yes, we do see the difference. Because Flacco was a pure passer. Just hanging, bro. What's up, normal guy? How you doing, homie? Appreciate you for stopping by. Even though a good dual threat QB was Michael Vick. Yeah, he was, but he can also throw the football. Lamar is useless if he gets injured. There's a reason he didn't play when he got injured last year. He could have played, but he knew he would look bad. He had 16 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. Yeah, no. I get you. That's another talking point I had. 16 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. That's over. He played 12 games, people. He had an interception each game. And people are going to sit there and blame everyone else for Lamar Jackson's mishaps when it comes to throwing the football. Look, I'm not a big Dak guy, and I've said this multiple times on the stream already, but Dak Prescott doesn't get the breaks of getting blamed, of other people getting blamed for his mishaps, the way other quarterbacks do. It's crazy. I do it because that's my quarterback, and I can do what the fuck I want. If I want to talk that way because it fits what I'm saying, and I don't mean like it fits what I'm saying to where I'm trying to spin a narrative. I mean, I'm saying it because it fits my argument for what I'm talking about. Same. Even though I have to admit Ravens always make the playoffs with Lamar under center. 1 year with Humphrey, I think that's his name. They didn't make the playoffs. I guess. Even though I think that Ravens defense really helps Lamar. Without Dak, Cowboys struggled. I remember. Yeah, they did. They did struggle. Please, the Ravens had plenty of winnable games without Lamar, like the Ravens and Packers. Rams and Packers game and Steelers game. I could make plenty of more for all the Lamar Jackson fanboy. Yeah, no, yes. See what I mean? Like, I love it. I love the energy over here, guys. I mean, you see where my talking points are. You see that like I at least come with y'all understand me. Y'all get me. Y'all understand what I'm saying here when I say these kind of things. I'm not talking about other stat lines that contribute to a player's overall production. I'm talking about a certain type of stat line when you are a quarterback. I mean, if you want to look at, like I said yesterday, if you want to look at running stats for quarterbacks, then let's look at passing stats for running backs and let's determine who's the better passer. Right? Who should be MVP because these guys are doing passing? It's fucking ridiculous. Who's your favorite team, Jaden? I'm not a Lamar fanboy. I'm just saying Ravens can make the playoffs with Lamar under center. Eagles, where you hiding, Cowboy fans? Yes, get the popcorn out, Miss Bird Gang. Get it out, get it out. Yeah, I know you aren't. You're cool. Oh, Lord. Where you hiding? Where were the Sixers? Sixers are trash, bro. I don't really think that I'm cool. However, I'm pretty calm. Don't bow down to no Celtics fan, Jaden. You better than that. Where you hiding? Boston is a city of champions for a reason, unlike trash Philly. Where you hiding? I'm just telling him I'm not a Lamar fan. Oops. We got some ways to go. I don't know. I take Lamar over Dak, to be honest with you. Yeah, you're taking him as a straight up weapon that he is. Right? King Mirror, or however you say your name, still haven't figured out how you say your name. But if you take away Lamar Jackson's legs and you make him one-dimensional, pure passer, are you taking Lamar Jackson over Dak Prescott? Answer me that. You said that twice. I'm an Eagles fan, and I agree with that. I mean, I can't lie. See, thank you, Joey. Thank you. But, hey, Joey, these are the same people that try to out you and Philly 500, right? These are the same people that were talking shit to you that are saying this nonsense. So, it's fucking laughable, man, at this point. I will trust Dak in the pocket more so than I would trust Lamar. Wow, Eagle fans coming out the woodwork and defending what the fuck I'm saying. Because it's Eagle fans in this group over here and other type of fans that are completely just saying Lamar Jackson is better. Head and shoulders, it's no question. Yeah, I agree with you in a sense that as an overall player, with all his attributes, Lamar Jackson is better. Not questioning that at all whatsoever. Because it's awesome and it's crazy that a quarterback can run for 1,200 yards, get 36 touchdowns, and I mean it's 3,100 passing yards. It is what it is. But for people to sit here and say that that's the reason why he's better because his overall play is better, no. We're talking about pure quarterback passing stats. That is it. Who's the better quarterback? As in passing, that is Dak Prescott. Lamar Jackson doesn't even touch it. I mean, I didn't even want to talk about this again today. We want to get into this video, but, it is what it is. Typical Eagle fans would say something like that. Yeah. Dak just get a bad rap because of his playoff mishaps and his inability to get it done when the lights come on. But he's a better passer than Lamar. Thank you. Thank you, where you hiding. Thank you very much. But both of them are good playmakers, though. Yeah, they're good. They're good. Dak is better thrower than Lamar. Thank you. Lamar Jackson is better than Dak. Depending on what you're talking about, David, Eagles Champ 34. Depending on what you're talking about. If you're talking about just pure passing, no, he's not. No, he's not. 301, Cowboy, at least he can have a winning playoff, unlike your quarterback. He can win a playoff game. Well, Dak Prescott has won a playoff game. Dak Prescott and Lamar Jackson have the same playoff record. I mean, not record, but same amount of playoff wins. They both have this. Oh, well, you said it for me. Thank you. Sent you a message on Twitter. You get it? I don't know. I'm not even on Twitter. You sent me a message? Because I didn't get shit from you if you sent me a message. So, I have no idea if you sent me a message. Guys, we got 15 people in here before we take a break. We got 15 people in here. Please, guys, hit that like button for me. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button for me, guys. It takes 2 seconds to hit that like, hit that subscribe. We got 10 likes in the chat. We got 16 people watching. So let's match the likes with the stats if you can, please. Takes 2 seconds. Takes 2 seconds to hit that like button. Dak won a playoff game. Yes, he did. How many playoff games does Dak have? I think his record's like 3-1. What's up, Eagle Speed? 2.5. They both have one messy playoff win. I wouldn't call Dak Prescott's a messy win. I wouldn't call that a messy win. You don't know what you're talking about. I just told you Dak and Lamar both have one play. Okay. Just let Lamar do his thing when he's not injured. Like I said, Lamar Jackson as a player is better than Dak Prescott. I'm not debating that. I'm not debating that. When you look at just pure passing stats, Dak Prescott, when it comes to yardage, when it comes to completion percentage, all that stuff, Dak Prescott's better. That's what I'm saying, people. Jalen Hurts, trash. And I'm not even a Cowboys fan or Eagles fan, but Hurts will be out in the league 3 to 4 years. I agree with that. I know who they are. It's funny. I'm an Eagles fan, but I'll take Prescott over Lamar. We'll see about that. And here is the man of the hour, East Coast Gridiron. Just say our name. I mean, I'm not going to say your name. I mean, I'm not over here talking shit. I'm just saying what our debate was about and what we've been arguing the past few days, which I love doing. Not talking shit. So if you think I'm talking shit, I'm not. I'm just here thinking that it's funny. Like, I just don't understand. Like, I think there's a disconnect between us of what we've been saying to each other. Celtics, I hope Hurts develops, though. Laughing emojis. Joe Shakes, what's up? He can have. He has everything he needs around him. A good offensive line, 2 pretty good wide receivers, a decent running back, and defense I just don't trust Jalen Hurts for some reason. In the next 57 days, you and Mark Holmes are in for a rude awakening. Doomsday coming. Why are you throwing in me with Mark Holmes? What are you talking about? Lamar is better because he's a dual threat, but Dak has the better arm. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Watch out, Boyz4Life. This stream might get screen recorded. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. I'm not worried about it. Let people screen record. Like I said, normally at the end of the day, I get the last laugh. We're gonna watch Lamar play this year, and when it comes to just passing the football, we're gonna see that Dak Prescott is better at passing. I'm not talking about elevating the team. I'm not talking about being a better player, being able to rush the football, run the football. I'm not talking about anything like that. I'm talking about dropping back in the pocket, standing there, and throwing the football. Dak Prescott is better. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But if it wants to get screen recorded, then let it get screen recorded. I'm not worried about it. If they want to put me out there, hey, that's more That's more FaceTime for me. I'm not worried about it. But guys, I will be right back. We're going to take a quick break. So let me see here. Where was I? Boom. Well, all my comments just disappeared. Oh, there they are. I was like, man, all my comments just disappeared. But here we go. Be right back.
See here. Jamie, turn down that damn music. Christ, I can't hear a thing. Come on, Jamie.
Turn that shit off, motherfucker! I was getting changed, you know what I'm saying? I don't want that shit on TV.
What are you-
I don't want motherfuckers seeing me getting changed,
Turn
you know
that
what I'm
thing
saying?
off. He's pulling his goalie.
I don't fucking care. What the fuck are you doing, J-Rock?
I was getting changed, motherfucker!
Change my ass. You're
you
fucking cranking it.
knocking motherfuckers!
That was fucked.
That was a bit fucked.
It wasn't that fucked, you know what I'm saying? I was getting changed. What's going on?
Listen, man, I got some good news for you. Get cleaned up, meet me back at the flea market.
Aight. Peace, bub.
Don't touch me.
You motherfuckers ain't gonna tell nobody that I was getting changed, right?
Christ, no.
All right, we need to get back into this stuff. Dak won at wild card his rookie season. No, he didn't win his rookie season. He won, I want to say it was the following year. No, yeah. 19, no. Was it? Yeah, it was 19 or 18. I'm sorry. Joey Shake, definitely will. Oh, that's cool. Lamar Jackson is a good thrower and runner. Gonna talk shit, say our name. I mean, I'm not talking shit. I'm talking about, like I said, what our debate was about and why, just like y'all were talking about yourself on your live, right? And then basically what you said is law, and that's it because y'all said it, right? But no one else can have a difference of opinion and then get made fun of for having that difference of opinion. Because if you look at the stat line of everything, as far as throwing the football, Dak Prescott is better. So, I love it. I'm a huge fan of you. Lamar is way more explosive than Dak. What's up, halftime? What's up, Philly halftime? Yeah, he's more explosive than Dak, but that doesn't make him better than him. Context matters, gentlemen. Lamar wins games. Dak shrinks in big moments. Lamar wins games? They have the same amount of playoff wins, bro. Joey Shakes, I know you are, BB. I guess that means baby. I don't know. Dave Roberts, Hurts, crumbles when it matters. Dave, Eagles champ 34. Dave, Lamar didn't win big games either. He usually gets blown out in the playoff games. Plus, I would want a quarterback that can run and throw the ball pretty good because Lamar reminds me of Michael Vick. Okay. I never said that Lamar couldn't throw the football. Those words have never uttered out of my mouth. I'm just saying, for me, Dak Prescott is the better of the quarterbacks. And Big Play Slay's in here. And then he's another one, right, that I just don't understand where our disconnect comes from. Big Play Slay. Please watch the damn film. I can watch the film. I can watch it. But if Lamar Jackson, I can watch the film and Lamar Jackson drops back 20 times and only completes half of those, and then Dak Prescott drops back 20 times and completes 16 of those, who's better? Who's better? Explain to me who is better. The guy who's throwing for 50% or the guy who's throwing, what is that? Not 60, 80%? Who's better there, Big Play Slay? I don't even watch the highlights, bro. I don't even watch the highlights, dog. And I'm sorry I'm jumping over so many comments, but I'm looking at my phone here because this is where it's coming from. That can't elevate his team. Bro, being a quarterback and passing the football has nothing to do with elevating your fucking team. Please stop using that as a fucking talking point. Please stop using that as a fucking talking point. Lamar elevates his team because he's able to run the fucking football. He's able to be a better football player, which I agree with you on, Big Play Slay. I agree with you. How many times do I got to say this? But just because you're able to elevate your team doesn't mean you're a better passer of the football. Which, if you look at Dak Prescott, the stats, the yardage is better. And don't sit there and tell me, well, if Lamar Jackson threw the ball a lot more, he would have the same number. But you also sat there and told me that Lamar Jackson does throw the football a lot. He doesn't run all the time. Lamar Jackson last season had 133 rushing attempts in 12 games. That's almost 12 rushing attempts a game. That's more than some of these running backs get. I'm a little thirsty. Mark Holmes said the same stuff. I don't listen to Mark Holmes. So once again, with Jackson or Prescott, it depends. If you're talking about the better quarterback in terms of dual threat, Rambo, Lamar passing, it's that. Wait, what? If you're talking about dual threat and the whole attribute of what Lamar is, Lamar's better. I'm not denying that. And I don't understand why people don't understand what I'm saying. I'm not denying that Lamar Jackson is a better quarterback. I mean, better player, not quarterback, better player. I'm not denying that. Mark Holmes also times out people who are trolling his chat or that aren't right because he can't handle the truth. Yeah, well, I don't time people out over here. This is a trolling channel, so if you want to come over here and make fun, then that's fine with me. But I do speak, some serious talking points in here. It's not just all fun, and I mean, it's all fun and shits and giggles when we're roasting people. But I do have some talking points here that I like to talk about. Or sentence, yo, what's up, Big Play Slay? What's good, bro? Laugh my ass off. Yo, Slay. What's up, bro? What's up, King? I'm Murray, I guess. Dak beats down. There he goes, 2018. I don't know why Dak Lamar is a debate. Lamar is better than Dak. Why are we arguing this? Okay, like I said, as a fucking whole, right? As a player, Lamar Jackson is better. Please, I'm telling you, Lamar Jackson's better. East Coast Gridiron, Boyz4Life is giving you constructive criticism. You can't take it. I'm not giving him constructive criticism. I'm just here explaining my side because I did get into a exchange here on Twitter with these guys. I did, and it's just coming from a guy who's not a Dak Prescott fan. I am not. But I will defend Dak Prescott when I hear shit that don't make sense to me. Big Play Slay, I don't know. Big Play Slay. You mean the same guy who threw 16 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. Lamar is more clutch. Lamar is more effective in crunch time games. Yeah, because he can run the fucking football. If you look at him more, and tell me if I'm wrong, Big Play Slay. Tell me if I'm fucking wrong. Down the field, right? Not down the field. Down the stretch, he's running the ball a little bit more than he is standing in the pocket passing. I'm not saying he's not passing. And when I say he's running the ball more, I mean maybe it's like 60-40 or maybe 55-45, something like that as far as running and passing, with the running being a little bit more. But yeah, and again, yeah, that elevates it. That's being more effective because he has another attribute I'm not saying Dak Prescott doesn't have that attribute, because he most certainly does. But Dak Prescott chooses not to run. The Cowboys have him being a pocket quarterback. Again, the coaches of Lamar Jackson has said, we want to build around his strengths, which is why they run the football, which is why they're a run-heavy team, because of Lamar Jackson. And if Lamar Jackson threw the football like a Tom Brady, like a Patrick Mahomes, like an Aaron Rodgers, would they be running a run-heavy team? Absolutely not. Absolutely fucking not. I don't know. Everyone has their own opinion. And that's it. Everyone has their own opinion. Everyone. And when I look at numbers as far as, and you know, to tell me that Lamar has a better deep ball than Dak Prescott, okay, again, so deep balls, what, 20 plus or more? So if Dak Prescott out of 10 throws 4 deep balls and Lamar Jackson throws 7, yeah, he's better. But who's getting the more, who's throwing the ball, who has the more yardage? Who's getting the more attempts to throw because they can throw the football? Who's having a higher completion percentage? It's not Lamar Jackson. It's not Lamar Jackson. I'll tell you that. Please watch the damn film. Again, like I said about film, I can watch the film, but if you're still going 10 for 20 and you're throwing you're 50% completion and the other guy is 16 for 20, then yeah, I'm going to go with the guy who's 16 for 20 and throwing 80%. Anyway, the best dual quarterback I've heard of is Michael Vick. Stop watching highlights, and I don't even watch the highlight. Dakman can't even elevate his team. Lamar can. That's not even a fucking talking point, bro. That's not even a talking point to sit there and say Dak Prescott or Lamar Jackson is a better passing quarterback because he elevates his team. That's not a fucking talking point. If you're talking about Lamar Jackson is a better player, I will agree with you. I will agree with you. If you're going to sit there and say Lamar Jackson can elevate his team because of X, Y, Z, and Dak Prescott can't, I will agree with you. I will agree with you. Lamar is clutch. I agree with that, Slay. Lamar's horrible in the league. Figured him out. And plus, Eagle fans need to find an actual QB. What's up, Coach Dante? I'm surprised all these guys are in here, to be honest with you. I'm surprised these guys are in here. But, you know, bro, none of this content will ever hold a candle to mine. I'm not worried about it. What construction criticism to keep talking about the same shit over and over? I mean, that's fine. I don't want to hold a candle to your stuff, East Coast Gridiron. No one's worried about what you're doing, right? As far as what you're putting out, right? I mean, the only reason I'm talking about this is because we had an exchange. That is it. That is it. Other than that, bro, like no one's worried about it. Nobody. You can have great content and do what you want. That is fine. No one's worried about it, dude. Again, I'm not having any beef with you. I'm not doing any of that stuff. I'm just telling you. You don't think my content's going to hold candle here? That's cool. Great, bro. Go do what you want to do. Go do it, dog. Go. Wish you all the best. For real. But no one's worried about what you're doing. Seriously, no one is. Everyone's worried about their own shit. And again, I only am doing this and talking about this is because we had an exchange. That is it. If we didn't have that exchange, we wouldn't be talking about you, or we wouldn't be talking about the podcast you had today, talking about who was better that I watched a little bit of. No one would be talking about it. The point that shatters your argument is the year Lamar won MVP. It doesn't shatter. Okay, so you're telling me one guy's anomaly of his career holds all the weight in the world over a total career of what he's done? That is the dumbest shit I've ever heard from you, Big Play Slay. The dumbest thing I ever heard. 1 year of play supersedes everything the whole year. So someone can have a shitty-ass career, be a subpar quarterback, and have one good MVP season, and he is better than the next guy. Better than the guys that have been better than him for years, according to Big Play Slay's logic. That's his logic. You just need to have one good MVP season, and then that supersedes everything else about the guy in his career, the totality of his career. That is a horrible, horrible statement and talking point for you to have. Horrible. Lamar Jackson is slightly better than. See, and here's the thing. Slightly. He's saying slightly. He's not slightly better. And see, here's the thing. We're making some ground here. At first it was Lamar Jackson is way better. It's not even a debate. But no one's debating whether who's better as far as a player goes. We're not debating who can elevate their team. We're not debating who's a dual threat quarterback and all that. We're debating who can pass the football better. And it's Dak Prescott. Lamar is more entertaining to watch. You see, everybody that's saying that Lamar is better, and I'm agreeing with you to what you're saying about Lamar being a better player. I'm agreeing with it. It's follow the leader in here. Lamar's offense scheme is run based, but when they throw it, Lamar looks good throwing the football. Again, Big Play Slay. Just because you can throw a tight spiral, and when you do throw, it looks good, doesn't make you a better quarterback, dog. It doesn't. Again, if you throw the ball 20 times and Dak Prescott is 16 for 20 at an 80%, and Lamar Jackson is 10 for 50, you're going to sit there and tell me Lamar Jackson is better because he had 200 rushing yards that game and he elevated his team? That is dumb. That is literally retarded. AJ Brown is gonna AJ Brown isn't gonna be good this year as long as he has Hurts running back. This year, left my ass off. As long as he has that running back Hurts as his quarterback, I agree with that. Lamar has a better deep ball touch than Dak. He's more efficient when Dak and Lamar are throwing at the same rate. Let me see here. Well, the efficiency stuff I'm going to have to look up because when I'm trying to look at Pro Football Focus and look efficiency up, I don't see where there's the efficiency. But what I look at is the percentage of passes completed. And I know Dak Prescott has a better completion percentage than Lamar Jackson. Anyways, we're going to keep getting back to this stuff here. Yeah, I mean, it's 2.5 that he's better, but still, he's better. His quarterback rating, Dak Prescott is they're about this. The Dak Prescott is better by 0.6, or however you say that. But of course, Dak Prescott has more playing years, but nonetheless, the rating Dak's better. QBR, Lamar had the better season in his MVP season, but again, that season Dak Prescott had 4,900 yards. Again, the only thing that separated them two was the QBR and the 6 touchdowns. Oh, and let's not forget the 1,200 yards that Lamar Jackson ran. That's fine. At the end of the day, we can agree to disagree. That is 100% fine with me. But at the end of the season, when we're sitting here and Lamar Jackson doesn't have the better stat line as far as passing stats, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to laugh and say I was right. And again, I've said this. I don't think that Dak Prescott's going to have around 4,000 yards this year. I think he's going to have around 4,000 yards. It's going to be give or take some. He could have 4,100, 4,200, or 3,900 or 3,800. I think he's going to drop back a little bit because of what the Cowboys are going to end up doing ultimately as far as running the football. But Dak Prescott will be in that 4,000 range. And CeeDee Lamb will have 1,000 yards this season and close to 10 touchdowns. I think I'm about to go to sleep. I work tomorrow. Nice stream, though. Nice meeting you, Big Play Slay. All right, man. Have a good one, bro. Thank you for tuning in. Stop by again next time, bro. Good to meet you, Burn. I respect you, but I disagree with the Lamar and Dak thing. But it's okay. We can agree. That's fine, bro. That is completely fine with me. Ezekiel Elliott may be traded for a first-round pick by week 4. I don't know where you're coming up with that. League figured him out. That's why he had the most wins under the age of 20. I don't understand what this means. Like, oh, Jalen Hurts is the most productive quarterback in NFL history in his first 20 games. That doesn't mean shit. Oh, Lamar Jackson has had the most wins under 25. That doesn't mean fucking shit as far as being a good quarterback, right? Or who's a better passer, I should say. Fucking Dak Prescott, I think he has the most. I think his rookie year, he had like the least amount of, or the longest streak without throwing an interception, passing Tom Brady. That doesn't mean fucking shit. These arguments that, oh, so many winning. Okay, so what if Lamar wins? He just keeps winning, right, regular season, but doesn't do shit in the playoffs. But then, by some divine miracle, Dak Prescott, he's a decent quarterback during the season. The team's averaging 10 wins a year, 11 wins a year, and they get to an NFC Championship game. And Lamar Jackson is always one and done in the playoffs. Are we going to sit there and say Lamar Jackson? Lamar Jackson is still better? I mean, by that logic, because that's what that logic is. Most wins under 25. That doesn't mean shit. If you're able to, Lamar Jackson has the most wins under 25 because of the type of player he is. Understand that, people. Understand that. Before he got injured. The whole crew in here to attack their prey. Hey, man, let them come in, bro. I am not worried about it. That comment wasn't even toward boys. That was towards the Celtics dude. Yeah, it wasn't towards me. We know that, but still. Baltimore Ravens, I will regret paying him more than $250 million if they end up giving it to him. Lamar is a better passer than Dak. Probably not, bro. Hit that like, share, subscribe. Yes, ma'am. Y'all listen to Miss Bird Gang 31. Hit that like button for me. Hit that share button for me, please, if you will. All the links are in the description, guys. This is a very fun, very, very fun exchange. Again, it's not talking, no one's talking shit here to anyone. This is a difference of opinion between content or whatever you want to call it. So I'm having a great time over here. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So if people get offended by it, it is what it is. I would trade Dak for Lamar right now. Joey, what do you mean by that? Bro, these people speaking out of context. High schooler, football IQ, Lamar or Dak. Oh, higher football IQ, Lamar or Dak. I mean, football IQ. I mean, just football IQ, period. Probably Lamar. Like I said, I'm not arguing who's a better player. I'm not arguing that. Lamar is better than Dak because he's more entertaining. What sense does that make? Lamar Jackson. He's still talking. I mean, your picture's up, but we're not even on you right now. We're probably not even gonna get to you today. I should just probably stop sharing this because we're not even gonna get to EC1 today. That's not happening. I got 30 minutes that I'm gonna do left. I'm gonna get on out of here. 301 Cowboy. Lamar is more efficient when he throws at the same rate. Lamar has a better IQ. Lamar is more clutch. He's got a better deep ball touch, but like I said, agree to disagree. I got him on strings, Puppet Master at work. No, actually not. BPS. The thing is, Lamar can't win with his arm. He usually loses when his team makes him throw. Dak age 28, Lamar age 25. Yeah, and they're two draft classes apart. Dak 1 and 3, get a clue. I mean, you get a clue. We're not even talking about you. Your picture was up. We were gonna do a whole thing about you today because of the dumb shit you have said, but we stopped that and we're on some other stuff right now. She goes, ain't nothing this season. Nuzdar, shake my head. Nuzdar, your cowboy about to see the basement. Nah, I'll suck your mom though. The fuck? That shit went sideways real quick because we know you still live with her. Yeah, he does. Go watch this YouTube film channel. You know what? I can't do it. You want to send that to me in the DM in Twitter, and I'll happily go watch it. His peers saying he's great. That's all I need to know. Okay, and that's fine. His peers say he's great. That's fine. But his peers and every other peer in the National Football League has Dak Prescott ranked at a top 10 quarterback. You want to go that logic? Okay. Well, every executive, not every, but the executives, the players, the scouts, and coaches obviously think that Dak Prescott is a better quarterback to put him in the top 10, according to what ESPN put out. So if we're going to go that logic, we can do that as well. Nazar, what the fuck are you talking? What are you even saying? That's what I want to know. What's up, Saltex? Appreciate you for stopping by. Nah, man, don't gotta be sorry as long as you stop by. East Coast Gridiron. Listen to what I said. Executives, scouts, coaches, and players have agreed that Dak Prescott is a top 10 quarterback. That's where that list came from. If you read it correctly, it names players, scouts, coaches, and execs. So if you want to take out the execs, you still have players, coaches, and scouts that say Dak Prescott is a top 10 quarterback and Lamar Jackson isn't. I mean, we can argue that logic too. Okay, solely players. Okay, I'm not saying Lamar Jackson isn't great. This is what I feel like I'm talking to a wall, man. I literally feel like I'm talking to EC1 about this. I'm not talking about Lamar Jackson as a player. I'm not saying Lamar Jackson can't throw the football. I'm not saying any of that. Lamar Jackson is a great player. Again, is a great player. But when it comes to throwing the football, Dak Prescott is better. That's all I'm saying. That is all I am saying. My mom doesn't want date anymore. You wouldn't interest her. What the fuck is this about? What the fuck do we know? We don't play this. We don't play this guy. But the way you had to jump into me and someone else's beef, I appreciate that, especially when you say we're cool when your boy was wrong. What is this about? You and I are cool. I don't have a problem with you. whatever problem you have with whoever else, that's between you. I don't get in the middle of no one's stuff. All I had mentioned was the people that you came for him. That was it. I thought it was funny on my end of what was going down. I didn't know you at the time. You're a cool dude. I got no issue with you. Right now, the only issue that we got on who we are arguing who is a better quarterback. That is it. But you want to come for me and say that my content will never hold accountable to your content, then yeah, you're coming for me when I've never said anything bad like that about you. But it's okay, bro. I'm not worried. I am not worried. You got your line of content that you do. I got my line of content that I'm going to do. So we can agree to disagree. Laugh my ass off or LOL. Did you see you made it on the enters list? Nope. You talking about me? $865 yards, ATDs. If the Browns get Jimmy G, does Amari Cooper have better stats than he did with the Cowboys in 2021? I think Amari Cooper is going to have better stats this year because he's going to be the main focal point of that offense as far as wide receivers go. I'm not talking about executives. I'm talking about players. I heard you, bro. I'm saying solely players. Yeah, we said this conversation is fucking hilarious. The top 100 lists every year are voted by players. Yeah, I don't. The top players list can be. It's like the Pro Bowl. It's a popularity contest. Because sometimes there are people on there that you're like, really, this player's on here, but that player's not on here, but that player had a better year than this player? I mean, I don't really take much stock into the 100 top list. Lamar Jackson got poor pro-style offense coaching at Louisville. Lamar is still a 1 to 2 read, then run quarterback. Quarterbacks are more than just throwing. Okay, and this is what I said earlier, East Coast. This is what I said earlier. I get it that quarterbacks are also running the ball here, but it's only a handful of guys that run the ball in the NFL at the rate that Lamar does, that Josh Allen does, even Jalen Hurts does. Because those are the three guys that I looked up, and they all have over 100 rushing attempts. To me, if you're a quarterback and you run over 75 attempts in a year, you are a running quarterback. You are a running quarterback. And there's a difference between a quarterback who can run and a running quarterback, right? We can all agree on that. Lamar Jackson is a running quarterback. He can elevate his team because he has another dimension to his game. Most quarterbacks are not running quarterbacks. Patrick Mahomes can run the football. I don't deem him a running quarterback. Last season, I think he had 66 rushes last year. That's what you don't understand. No, I understand it, but I'm talking about what y'all guys don't understand is I'm talking about solely just passing. I don't know if y'all don't understand when I say I agree with you. If you look at the totality of Lamar Jackson's attributes and compare him to Dak, I will pick Lamar over Dak Prescott. But when you're talking about just standing in the pocket, throwing the football, I am going to choose Dak over Lamar. That's what I'm going to do because I think he's better. Lamar Hurts, who you taking? What the fuck? Mahomes. He came for me. I don't know who came for who. I don't know. He came for you? Is that what you're saying? So when I first saw you, and when I first saw your stuff on Twitter, there was an initial thing there before that when before that video of you making of Joey, there was an initial altercation before that where he came for you first, because the what I saw, and like I said, I don't give a shit But what I saw was you going at him because he said something that wasn't true or whatever. Lamar plays like Michael Vick when was with the Falcons. I finished it. That's okay. Hello, East Coast Gridiron 301 Cowboy. Got a lot to prove. Kyler Murray is the worst or on par with Dak and Jalen Hurts. It's called Archetypes. Running quarterbacks do not last long in the NFL. I am just loving the stream tonight. I'm loving it. I couldn't even imagine this happening tonight. I did not expect any of this happening. He came at you. He came on you. Right? Oh, like the kids say now, pause, right? Or I don't know. I don't know. ECG, are you okay? Yo, what's up, Mitch? How you doing, homie? Speaking about jumping into things. So just let the pocket quarterback stand in the pocket and get killed by a pass rush. Not what I said at all. Not what I said at all. I love how people just add things into what I said. Into what I said. Does Tom Brady sit in the pocket and let fucking people crush him? No. He stands he's a pocket quarterback. He's not a running fucking quarterback. And are you going to sit there and say that Lamar Jackson is better than Tom Brady? That to me will be laughable. You're going to sit there and tell me that Aaron Rodgers, a guy who can run the football, but he's not a running quarterback. You're going to sit there and tell me that Lamar Jackson, is better than Aaron Rodgers? When Lamar Jackson, in 2019, his Pro Bowl, his MVP season, if you add up his total production as far as yards ran and throwing, it's like 800 yards less or 700 yards less. Because Dak threw for 4,900 yards. And Lamar Jackson had 31-27 with 12:02. What is that? 31, what is that? 42, 42-29. So yeah, around a little over 600 yards more. Or under 700 yards more. Like, it just doesn't. Whew. Anyway, I'm eating pizza and loving this. Yeah, I'm loving this too, man. I actually had cooked chicken, or I cooked beef fajitas outside today for the wife and my stepdaughter and myself. Tomorrow, I don't know. Tomorrow's spaghetti night. My stepdaughter wants spaghetti, so we're gonna do spaghetti tomorrow. Randall the Handle, Sports Talk, Rent Pizza. Lamar over Aikman. Oh, fucking shit's ridiculous. Joey Shakes and a beer or soda. Laugh my ass off. Well, we have finally made it to the end, right, of the comments. This was a fun exchange. And here's the thing. I've asked for these guys to come. I asked for Saturday. If they can come on Saturday and we can have a talk here. No one wants to do it. I think Big Play Slay said he would do it. But anyone else, they didn't want to. And I want a one-on-one exchange, face-to-face, right, here on the internet, to where we can have this conversation. I don't want to do a safe space on Twitter or whatever the fuck it's called, right? I don't want to do that. I want to be able to listen to my person that is on the other side of their computer in the stream talking. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do, and I would love to do it. I've asked these guys to do it. Don't want to. They got to be on your show now. They don't want to, though. And I'm about to end this stream here in about 15 minutes anyway. I asked on Twitter, can we do this on Saturday? Because that's when I would have the most time to do it, without an interruption. Right now, I've kind of figured out my son's routine of when he goes to sleep and when he wakes up. So I've timed it to where it's like he wakes up and he eats, and I have 30 minutes left before my stream starts, and he'll be asleep for the next 3-4 hours. So I got to time down, right? So when this ends, he's gonna be about waking up here in about an hour or so. So I got it timed down just a little bit. Oh, excuse me, guys. Well, on other news today, guys, I really jumped up 30 subscribers today. That was pretty awesome. That was awesome. 30 subs today, man. Just boom, out of nowhere today, and I'm liking it, man. So, anyways, guys, like I said, we got 15 minutes left. I guess since this Lamar thing is over with, as of right now, okay, he sent me the link. Oh, he sent me the top 20. I'll watch it. I'm gonna watch it, but this was of 2020, of 2020. So I mean, everyone has a hard dick for you. About me? They have a hard dick for me? Is that what you're saying? I guess so. I have no idea. I don't know how that happened. Shit. I don't know how that happened either, man. I have no idea how that happened. It was awesome. It's awesome. But East Coast Gridiron, I know you're not in here. You probably left, but I will watch this. But I mean, like I said, it does me no justice. It does me nothing. I mean, again, this is from 2 years ago now. Last year. So we're taking when Dak Prescott was hurt, right, in 2020, and only played 5 games. And if we want to use the on pace bullshit, right, Dak Prescott was on pace to have like 6,000 yards. So I mean, we can go about that, but again, Dak Prescott didn't play in 2020. So am I going to take stock into that? No. Lamar Jackson being the number 1 player in the NFL. And again, this is a player ranking, not a quarterback ranking. The fuck are you right now, Joey? But like I said, this is, and like I said, this doesn't help the argument though, because I agree, again, I agree that Lamar Jackson is a better player. But when it comes to quarterbacks, Lamar Jackson is not better than Dak. But, you know, it is what it is. And Papa Sora, I want to say this to you. You were the one that I went into that stream today, and I listened to what you said. And you said about how elevating your team and how last season that without Lamar Jackson, the Ravens fell to shit, and that without Dak Prescott, the Cowboys were still able to win a game against the Minnesota Vikings. True. But how about we take a step further back and how when the Cowboys did not have Dak Prescott for almost a whole season, we ended up 3rd in our division behind Washington and the Philadelphia Eagles. Can we agree there? Explain to me how, if Dak Prescott isn't a good quarterback or he doesn't elevate his team, right? And the Cowboys can win without Dak Prescott. Explain to me why we finished 3rd in the division in 2019. Explain. If you're in here, Papa Sora, if you're still in here, explain that to me. Because that argument that you had held no weight any way, shape, or form. None whatsoever. I can go for real Texas barbecue. Bro, I don't know if what I make is real Texas barbecue, but what I make is the shit. Boyz4Life, have a great evening, my G, and enjoy your spaghetti tomorrow night, homie. Randall, the Handle Sports Talk. Thank you, dog. I will enjoy my spaghetti tomorrow. I make some bomb ass food, period. So shakes, Texas barbecue, not include kangaroo. Yeah, I don't know what that kangaroo stuff was about, but but guys, we got about 9.5 minutes left. I didn't realize that was a kangaroo. But you know what? We got 9.5 minutes left, so let's do this. Let's go back to what we were talking about, guys. And we were talking about the whole EC1 bullshit thing. Let's just go back and talk about it. We got really nothing else to do, right? For 9 minutes. So this is what we're going to do. A lot of people say North Carolina started the barbecue trend. I think Texas. I don't know who started the barbecue trend. I really don't give a shit, to be honest with you. I just know I like to barbecue outside.
That just shows a lot of hate from this kid. For no reason.
There's a lot of hate for Jalen Hurts because he's just not that dude, in my opinion. He's a poor man's Dak Prescott, in my opinion. That's what he is. And I can hear my son yelling. This mic picks up everything. I'm about to end this stream here, man.
Yeah. Micah Parsons and Trayvon Diggs, this is how fake they are. Don't destroy Miles Sanders for a quote that we're all-star team. But Miles Sanders says that he's automatically a bad player. And do I think Miles Sanders should have said that? No, I don't.
Why is he bringing up Micah Parsons and Trayvon Diggs? What does that have to do with what Miles Sanders said?
But you know what? I don't mind it either.
You should mind it because you got a guy that is second in rushing yards to his quarterback with no touchdowns, speaking out of his ass, and probably going to get less carries this year and have less production because of the running backs that y'all have already. Plus, if y'all keep Jalen Hurts rushing at the pace he's rushing at, 126 rushing attempts last year for Jalen Hurts.
Because sometimes those type of players, they back it up too. But Micah Parsons and Trayvon Diggs compare themselves to Aaron Donald, Ramsey, and they're suddenly off the hook. How does that fucking work?
What? Comparing yourself to two of the top NFL players, and I don't even, did they actually do it? Or did reports and analysts say this? I think they may have said it. But it's very different than sitting there saying, oh, we are an all-star team, when clearly you're not. And it's coming from a guy who virtually did nothing in the season last year. And you have two guys who, one of them had 11 interceptions, and the other one, as a rookie, had 13.5 sacks or 13 sacks last season. Had a phenomenal rookie season. That is the fucking difference. Is this guy retarded?
Wait, Jalen Ramsey and Aaron Donald went to a Super Bowl. They've been to a divisional round. And they beat their opponents in the goddamn playoff.
So you're saying Ramsey and who has been in the league much longer than Trayvon Diggs, and Aaron Donald, who has been well into the league for about 10 years already, right? Or 9 years already, right? Somewhere around there. And it was Parsons' rookie season last year. Had more chances, right? And again, these guys don't play on the offensive side of the ball. They can only do their part.
Y'all went home. And you got the nerve to compare y'all to a championship football team.
Before they were a championship football team, it was just Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey. But because Aaron Donald broke loose off of a what was it, a left guard, a horrible offensive line when Jamar Chase straight burnt the shit out of Jalen Ramsey in that last play. If Aaron Donald doesn't get through, the Bengals win the Super Bowl this past year. And I'm not projecting here, but I'm just, you see the picture of Aaron Donald getting through and have Jalen Ramsey on the floor and Jamar Chase 15 yards upfield, wide open.
Who won a Super Bowl? They're Super Bowl champions. They got a goddamn figure, and not from the granddaddy set.
What the fuck does granddaddy say? What does that even mean? But anyways, guys, I'm gonna end this here. I'm gonna stop sharing the stream. Appreciate every single one of y'all for tuning in, jumping in, and having a great time with me over here. Let me see what this last comment says. EC1 in the stream with the Swoop Boys talking about how no one wants smoke and they dip when it gets heated, and yet he did so. Oh, I don't know what that last, and yet he did so. What? I don't know what that last comment means, but yeah, man. I mean, like I said, I'm not worried about what they do over there. No one's worried about what they do over there. I mean, like I said, I wouldn't be having this stream wouldn't have happened, right? And we would have just been well off into the EC1 shit if we didn't have an exchange and they didn't come in here and then I was even being asked questions. That wouldn't have happened. But it did. And I'm not worried about it because I wasn't doing anything wrong. Wasn't talking shit. Wasn't doing anything like that. Just talking about the exchange of what I think, way I see the quarterback. You know what I mean? So, as passing stats go, and who I think is better. But anyways, guys, that's all I got for today, people. Appreciate every single one of you for stopping in, tuning in, having a great time. Appreciate it. But I am going to get out of here. Everyone, have a good night.
I have never in my life felt so uncomfortable. Jesus Christ. Anyway.